Today we're testing viral Shark Tank gadgets. Everything from kitchen gadgets to even wedding dress gadget. So let's start off with the first one that you guys probably all have seen and might know, Scrub Daddy. Did you know there's like a whole family of Scrub Daddy, Mommy, and babies? I wasn't able to find the baby ones, but I got Mommy and Daddy. All right, so let's see what they're about. So Scrub Daddy is supposed to be just your regular old scrubber, I guess. It's pretty thick and a little rough. Okay, so it's soft in warm water and it's firm in cool water, which is kind of cool. Because right now, what I use to wash my dishes is just like this flimsy old thing where I literally replace it like every month, but it doesn't really do a great job of cleaning. Now, Scrub Mommy works a little harder. Scrub Mommy is dual-sided with the same texture here, and then there's like a sponge. So it's a scrubber and a sponge, whereas this is just more abrasive and is just a scrubber. So when they originally went in, I think it was just for Scrub Daddy, and the original ask for the pitch was $100,000 for 10% equity. Now, I don't know if this is a good deal or not, but they ended up with $200,000 of investment with 20% equity by Lori. And to me, that's huge, but I think that originally they came in with just a Scrub Daddy and they were able to expand their line into Scrub Mommy, Scrub Daddy accessories, all these things. So I don't know, I guess it's kind of a good deal. Let's see how well it works. We're gonna go with Scrub Daddy. Let's see if it actually gets softer in warmer water like it says. So the smiley face here is supposed to be functional, where you could scrub your spoons and stuff like right here. Oh, interesting. I kind of like that. This one has residue, so let's see how well it does. Yeah, it cleans off pretty well. You just have to grip it a little bit. But in terms of it softening, I could see that. It does definitely, it's not like soft like it is a sponge, but it definitely loosens up a bit. Nice. I definitely think I have more of a grip on this than I do with this, where this feels a little firmer and this just feels flimsy. I kind of want to see how the Mommy acts. Sponge. Ooh, that's a nice feel. That actually feels very nice, and I like how it's ergonomic. Let's see how it does on the spongy side. Another thing that it says, for something deep like this, the eyes also acts as ergonomic, like you can hold it and grip it better. Oh, I like this. Yeah. Okay, it's also definitely more sudsy. I don't know why I equate sudsiness to cleanliness for dishes and laundry, but stay tuned till later when we test another laundry gadget. Will it clean or not? So far, I'm really loving this Scrub Mommy. The Scrub Daddy, I can see this side being really great for like pots and pans. It feels like a luxury sponge, and the price point, it is a little bit higher than your typical sponge, but I do think because of like the thickness of it, it's gonna last longer. I barely had this for a month because I replaced them every month. It looked like it's already falling apart. I mean, I like it. I'm gonna give this 9 out of 10. So this is how I normally look carrying all the bags after grocery shopping or just shopping in general with my kids. Is basically I wish I had like 2 more arms to hold everything. And this thing right here is called the Click and Carry, where I'm supposed to be able to put all of those bags within these little like handles, and I guess carry it like here on my shoulders. I don't know, I'm a little bit skeptical because my bags are pretty big. I mean, it's supposed to be like a hands-free device of a certain type, but they went into Shark Tank asking for $225,000 with 15% equity, and what they came out with was $225,000 with a 40% equity, which is huge, guys. Basically, Barbara Corcoran and Mark Cuban offered, they both offered, I don't know who she ended up going with, but they own almost half of the percentage of equity of like basically they own 40% of the company. That's a lot to give up for this tiny little thing, but it went viral, so let's see how good it is. All right, let's see what we can do here. Okay, I feel confident about it grabbing the fabric ones, but the paper ones are TBD. This seems like a lot to carry with just one little plastic device. It already is feeling heavy, but then you lock this into place. All right, let's see. Oh, it's kind of nice that you could just pull it all in one. It's a little awkward with all of these bags. I mean, it's not easy. Definitely I'm resting the heavy bag on my shoulders to carry a lot of the weight, but then it just acts as a sling for me to just like have my hands free, which I actually do appreciate. It's like a crossover body tool for bags. I'm gonna give this 7 out of 10. This is the Crea Clip. You're supposed to be able to cut your hair by clipping these guided tools onto your hair for a straight cut. So guess what we're doing today? We're gonna be cutting my bangs. Oh, this is a very risky move. If this doesn't work, I just don't know. So for this at-home beauty tool, she went in to pitch it at $200,000 for 10% equity. Lori ended up seeing the potential value of it and offered $200,000 at 22.5% equity. I guess that's very close to the deal she got. Part of me watching Shark Tank is just seeing like, number one, if they get offered something, and number two, how good the offer is. Like, did you guys get screwed over, or did you potentially have a good business partner here? Okay, I'm a little bit scared. But basically there's a leveler right here in the middle so you could see if you're straight, and you're supposed to be able to also rotate this for the bangs. Should we do this in the bathroom? This is my real hair we're talking about here. Let's go. All right, so you're supposed to be able to clip on this tool, the whole thing, just this one side. And then with the lever here, go in at an angle for your bangs so you can see like the bubble is straight in the middle. I mean, I guess I can try to cut this part off to have it blend a little more. I'm scared. Oh, I went too far. Okay, this is a lot harder than it looks. It probably does look hard. Okay, go at an angle. I just don't want it to be that short though. The angle is the tricky part. Okay, I'm gonna cut this a little lower because this is just like so long. And then I heard when you cut bangs, you're only supposed to make like small little cuts, like angled cuts. Then like this side goes down. So like, I don't know what to do. Do we just like redo it? This is just so risky. Alyssa, will you let me trim part of your hair?
Sure.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, this, I don't know, the bangs, I didn't want to cut too much, sorry guys, but I do have a volunteer for the bigger one. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alyssa is braver than me. She said I could try the big one on her. Okay, so I'm gonna clip it and then we're gonna slide it down. We're gonna put it right here. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that to you. Oh my goodness. Okay. The thing is that it's hard to keep it in the middle. Like it slopes down. Is your mom gonna get mad at me?
No, I dyed my hair pink and didn't tell anyone.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The locking in place thing is a little challenging too. It doesn't really stay in place. Okay, I gotta fix this. Okay, I'm trying to keep the bubble in, trying to keep it in the middle so that it's actually straight for you. Oh my gosh, Alyssa, I can't believe you're letting me do this. Okay, ready?
Uh-huh.
But I'm basically cutting your split ends for you.
Yeah, thanks. A free trim.
Okay, so after the initial cut does come out a little easier. Is it better to cut with wet hair or dry hair? The picture of it there just shows it dry.
I don't
but
know.
Every time I get my hair cut, it's wet.
I've had both.
You've had both?
Yeah.
Okay, and then once I do the initial cut, I can go back in to make sure that it's like even. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Oh God. I will pay for your trim.
No, that's okay.
Okay, if you look closely here, it's a little bit jaggedy. Oh my god. But I could fix it if I go back in. Oh my god.
That doesn't sound reassuring.
It's not bad, it's not bad.
I'm not worried.
Okay, I mean now, if you gather it.
I'm scared. Can I look?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. It's also hard because my hair wasn't straightened.
Like, it's not super straight.
I mean, it could have been worse.
That's the attitude.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So you're happy with it?
Yeah.
What would you rate this?
Yeah, 4.
I'd probably go with a 2.
Yeah.
I've seen my work. I don't recommend cutting your hair at home.
Yeah.
All right, Alyssa, as if that wasn't torture enough, I'm gonna have you try this color changing blush oil where it's supposed to change color based on our skin tone and our pH balance. It's unique to you and perfect for you for the no makeup look.
Oh.
So the pitch on Shark Tank was actually called Youthphoria. The product is supposed to be called Youthphoria, but here it's like a totally different packaging, and I wonder if on the actual thing it'll say Youthphoria. But this one is the Become Pink.
Looks pretty.
Oh no, it's like a totally different packaging than what was pitched. No, I'm pretty sure that's what I ordered.
Oh no.
Oh no. Apparently, this is the dupe version.
Oh, it really is oily in there though.
My bad. But let's try this anyways. This is the dupe version of Youthphoria, who came in at $400,000 with a 5% equity, and they ended up with $400,000 with 8% equity. It's interesting because this brand completely knocked off the other brand's packaging and style. Like,
Yeah.
I literally thought that it was just in a different language, but that's just stupid me. But just for the sake of testing out a color changing blush oil, which is pretty interesting in itself,
Yeah.
I wanted to see how it works on both of us.
It's very glossy.
Yeah, it's like a blush oil. Is yours changing color?
It kind of looks like a hint of pink,
Yeah.
but they look like this kind of the same so far.
I guess we're supposed to give it like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it does pretty much look like the same.
Yeah, they're pretty similar, but it's actually pretty.
It is really pretty.
Just
it's
really
cool that
oily.
it just changes color like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if you like rub it in a little bit more, it would. Yours is definitely more peachy, whereas mine I feel like is a lot more rosy pink.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, even look at our fingers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, mine is like purplish pink, where yours
Yeah.
is more like
More bright.
interesting.
Wow.
Well, the idea is good. I'm just rating it based on this. This is not the one that Mark Cuban bought into, but I would give, for the technology and how cool makeup changes color on you, I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I would give it like a 6.
Yeah. Is this a color you would wear?
Yeah, but I just don't know how I'd feel about it being so like oily on my cheeks. I'd have to see it
Yeah.
and like see how long it lasts.
This color is definitely more of a fall vibe for me.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's pretty.
Okay, so next up we have this quick flip sweatshirt that doubles as a backpack. I'm realizing that almost everything that goes onto Shark Tank is kind of like a 2-in-1. There's some kind of twist to every product. This company went in with a $500,000 ask, and for 5% equity, Lori offered it at $250,000 cash plus a $250,000 loan and a 10% equity. Now, I did more research and I found out that the deal actually never went through, but because of the exposure on Shark Tank, they actually ended up selling quite a bit. So here we are. All right, let's test it out for what it is. A sweatshirt. It's pretty comfortable. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the softest. It's one of those like terry cloth kind of materials, so it's kind of more rough in here instead of that like very soft fleecy thing. But I guess that makes sense because if you want it to like turn into a bag, it ends up being more like fleece would just be too heavy. But let's see how this works. I'm supposed to be able to flip the whole thing over like this. Actually, that was like a very quick, swift move. But then you're kind of left with like a bag with a bunch of materials in here. So if you were hiking, this could be cool to put, I guess, your snacks and your water in. I don't know. It's like one of these type of bags because it already, with nothing else in here, it already feels kind of heavy. I guess it's not meant to be like used with anything else. So instead of wearing your sweatshirts like this, you know, like if you're hot, you wear your sweatshirts like this. I mean, that's a vibe. That's how I've always worn it, just kind of like this. It never bothered me, but like, I guess to have this extra backpack thing is kind of convenient, not necessary. I'm trying to figure out what I want to rate this. I mean, it's kind of cool how it just like flips over that with the expectation that it becomes like a backpack. I feel like this right here, the drawstring, is a little flimsy. Like I want to be able to carry some snacks or some water or whatever, right? In here, I'm gonna go with 6 out of 10 on this one because I don't really think it's necessary. And the bag just isn't strong enough. Like it's just very flimsy. But keep watching till the end to see the ultimate fashion transformation. So next up we have this thing called the Springer. And it's basically a travel water bottle and bowl for your dog. You clip this on, I guess, to your leash or like belt loop. I'm not really sure. But basically you fill it up with water, obviously. It has a straw. Let's see here, just put it in here. And then I guess you just kind of like open, and it's supposed to not waste any water for your dogs. Okay, so you open this little nozzle up right here. You can open and close. Okay, but let's see if it's leak proof. Looks good. And then you open it up, and then what you do is like you squeeze the water in there. And then your doggo can drink it. Or once he's done drinking it, although I wouldn't recommend putting dirty water back into here, so I don't really know why I would say no waste. But basically what you could do is potentially just put the water back into the bottle like that. So on Shark Tank, the owners pitched this product and asked for $400,000 with a 6% equity. And what they ended up with was Lori offering them $400,000 with 10% equity. Let's see if it's worth it. Hey Ollie, let's go for a walk? You wanna go for a walk? And here we are at the park. I put it into my belt loop and we're gonna get Ollie and get him nice and tired. Ready to play, Ollie? Ready to play? Good boy. Look at that throw. Good job, buddy. Ready? Ready? I think I would warm out. Perfect time for a water break. Ollie, come. You want some water? Hi, buddy. I want some water. Oh, can't get it fast enough. Here, buddy. Oh, wait, let me close this. Let me close this. I'm just like squeezing it and he's just drinking as fast as he could. Wow. So if you have like a big tired dog like this is actually perfect because dang, I'm still squeezing all the water out. This is so good. This is so good. So good. Just what I needed. 9 out of 10. That was so good. So good. Was that so fun? Was that so fun? You heard it from him, 9 out of 10. And then I can even rinse the bowl. Clip it back on and be on our way. Come on, Oz! Good boy. Good boy, Ollie. So next up, we have Sheets. It's a liquidless detergent. So you can either use the traditional liquid detergent, as I usually do here, and I'm sure you do too. Or I guess you can have what looks like, whoa, these little sheets that honestly remind me of like little foam paper. They're definitely thicker than dryer sheets. There's a very light scent in them. It reminds me of those like little foamy craft stuff that you have like used as stickers. I mean, it feels pretty substantial. One pack like this comes with 50 sheets, so you get 50 loads in here. And if you have an extra small load, you can cut it in half. And it's made with coconut oil and some other stuff that's good for the planet. Welcome to laundry done right. So this one on Shark Tank, the ask was for $500,000 with 8% equity. And their offer was $500,000 with 8% equity, which is what they asked for, and 2% advisory shares from Daniel. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but the whole idea is to test how well the product works. So I'm gonna do some laundry because as a mom, I basically do laundry every day. So I'm putting in my gym clothes and my kids' very stained play clothes. And we're gonna see if it's able to take all of this crap out. Because if it does, I will be impressed. Halfway through, I do want to see if it gets sudsy, especially during the wash cycle. Okay, so it's been running for about 20 minutes now. It's still on the wash cycle, and I don't see any suds. I don't know if it's just this one, but I usually see a little tiny bit of like sudsy bubbles, but nothing at all here. We'll see. Are suds a sign of clean laundry? I don't know. As long as it washes out the stains, that's all I care about. All right, the laundry is done. Ugh, I hate folding laundry, so we're not gonna do that, but we are gonna see if it smells decent and looks clean. Okay, gym clothes. Okay, so after the laundry dries completely, it does smell more like that like fresh, clean laundry smell. Let's look at the kids' clothes because that's always a disaster. Hey, this doesn't look bad. Usually there's always some kind of stain. That one, but I'm sure that's been there for a long time. Let me find those pants from earlier. The towel smells okay. The towel smells like I could probably give it another wash, but that could just be the towel. Okay, the pants, hey, okay. I could still see like faint stains. I mean, typically I try to like get it out on a normal wash. I mean, it smells clean. I'm a little bummed that not all the stains came out. This one is not a fair judgment because I know those were there before. I would say it did a decent job. I'm gonna have to use this a little more often to get a really good feel for how well it does for my laundry, but so far, I would say it did a pretty good job. The laundry smells fresh. I think it smells clean. It's a little bit on the expensive side, to be honest though. Like, it's up to 100 loads, but those are small loads and you only get 50 sheets, and I feel like this was 25 bucks. This one was 225 loads, and that cost me like 16 bucks at Costco. So, I mean, yeah, it's a little on the expensive side. It should do an amazing job. So I'm gonna give it an average score of 7 out of 10. All right, so first up we have the Bridal Buddy. Basically what this is if you guys have ever worn a wedding dress or gotten married, you know how hard it is to go to the bathroom. Basically, you have to go to the bathroom with a bunch of people just to hold up your dress. So this thing right here is supposed to go like act like a slip under your dress, and through these slots here, you can bundle up your dress and kind of just like a sack in order for you to pee. So before pitching it to Shark Tank, they had already made $195,000 in sales, and the ask for investment was $75,000 with 10% equity, but what they ended up getting was $75,000 with 30% equity. That's why they call them sharks. But you know what? Let's just see how well it works. And right now, you guys, we are resurrecting what I hadn't seen in 9 years. I'm afraid there might be like roaches or bugs crawling out, but this is my wedding dress. I didn't do a very good job of preserving it, honestly. There's like wine stains, there's a tear in it. Oh my gosh, my wedding dress. She's so beautiful. 9 years ago. Oh my gosh.
Are you getting emotional?
Yeah. Okay, so let's put this on. Okay, so I guess this goes in back. It doesn't really matter, honestly, because things on the side. Okay.
Is that how you dance at your wedding?
Oh, I danced at my wedding. Damn, 9 years ago. I remember I had so much help getting into this, because there's like so many buttons in the back. Oh my gosh. I don't remember it being this tight. At least I still fit it. Okay, so just to show you guys how big my dress is, here's the front, and I want it to look like a cupcake as best as I can. And this is already with the bustle up. But yeah, there's a train. So now I'm kind of skeptical about whether this would all fit in here, because my dress is, I mean, I would say it's big, but it's not like outrageously big. Wedding dresses are just big in general, but there's just a lot of layers. So the struggle is trying to get all this. I think for this, you still need somebody's help. Or do you? Help! Did the dress fall out?
It's falling.
Oh my gosh.
That's all it goes.
No!
Where's the slip?
Right here, I'm holding it. It's all the way down.
Okay, here you go. Dress is too big for this.
Okay, I think you have to just like gather it like this. I don't think you realize how big my dress was. There's a train, there's a whole thing.
It's all on the booty. Here, and there's your handle.
Don't take a video of this.
Some junk in the dress.
Honestly, I think it'd just be easier to get someone to help you to go to the bathroom. Like, this does not work. I don't think my dress was like abnormally big or anything, but like I feel like this should have been able to handle it because I can't even. I guess for the purpose of going peeing, I guess it could work. I mean, don't forget you still have to take off other undergarments too. I don't know how I feel about this. I honestly, having gone through the experience, I feel like this probably just gets a 3 out of 10 from me. But anyways, that does it for all the Shark Tank gadgets. Let me know which one you like the most, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! And be sure to watch me daily on Shorts.